back to week 3 of Making It with Millennial Moms. Today we have a honey garlic concoction you're going to want to know a lot about.
Super excited for this one. I know this, prefacing this with, this is not our professional medical advice. This is just as moms. This is something that we have seen work for our kiddos when they start to feel like respiratory, snotty. It's flu season. We do it for ourselves too. And there are so many health benefits to honey and garlic. So we're really excited to show you.
All right, so let me first, that's okay, buddy. You can play with that. Let me first start by telling you, I have done this for 2 years in a row. I swear by it. This is not medical. I've tried this for 2 years. It's tried and true. My family doesn't really love it. I swear by it. But it is my first go-to anytime anybody in my house has sniffles, anytime somebody's hit with the flu, anytime I'm out in public and everybody is coughing everywhere. I will come home, I will take a spoonful of this, and I swear that it like kickstarts my immune system or something, because I, knock on wood, have not gotten sick since I started taking this. There's been one time I had a stomach bug, but how can you not whenever your kid coughs and sneezes directly into your mouth? So,
Oh my gosh. They're so
I'm going to show you. This is my jar. Okay, buddy, hold on just a minute, okay?
Come here, Jenny.
This is my jar that I made last year. I actually made it on October 9th of 2024. So this is almost a full year old. I still have plenty of it left. I just grabbed the 6 packs of these ball jars off of Amazon. They're glass. I love the flip top on them. Has a really good seal. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. You don't have to use this kind of jar. This is just what I have preferred to use in the past whenever I've made other batches. So first things first, you're going to want to use a local honey if you can. This one happens to be from about 30 miles from where we are. This one is about 10 miles from where we are right now. So we have options. If you can't get that, that's okay. The big deal is to get raw honey. Going to go ahead and tell you this right now. Children under the age of 1 cannot have honey. So please, please, please do not give this to babies less than 1 year old. So from here, I'm going to show you what the consistency is, because you know what the consistency of honey is. You're not thinking that it's going to be very thin and watery, but once this ferments and goes through the process, it gets very watery. So this is going to get kind of like cough syrup consistency. So in here, there's chunks of garlic that have been fermented and just honey. That's the only 2 ingredients we put in here. So over the fermentation process, whenever you mix honey with garlic and close it and seal it, it's going to ferment. And that process usually takes 1 to 2 weeks. It just kind of depends on your area. You want to make sure that you're keeping this in a dry, cool place. I usually put it in the top of my cabinet. You're going to want to burp this jar every day. I know that sounds really silly, but what you're gonna do to burp it, you're gonna see whenever you first put this in, over the next couple of days, it's going to start building up some air in here and bubbles. What you're gonna do is you're just simply going to pop the top and let the air out. That, quote unquote, is burping the jar. There's other ways to do this. You can use a different jar. Some of the recipes that I've seen online want you to keep your jar upside down for a day and then turn it back over for a day. I don't really care about that. All I want you to do is whenever you see the bubbles start forming, give it about 24 hours and then pop your jar. If not, the honey will find a way to come out, and I have leaked a jar in the top of my cabinet and it dripped all over my baby bottles when I first started. Please don't make the same mistake that I did.
So taking it back to what God gave us in nature, we got garlic. Emily here hand peeled all this garlic, which is impressive. Pre-peeled garlic, but
I usually buy pre-peeled garlic. Let me go ahead and preface that. Sam's has a giant bag for like $13. Please, for the love of your fingernails, go ahead and buy the pre-peeled garlic.
I will say too, though, garlic is like really easy to plant in your garden. So if you have a garden, that's a really good thing to throw in there and plant to grow of your own to have. And then honey here. And so there's so many benefits to honey. Garlic has allicin in it, which is a compound that's antimicrobial and antioxidant properties. And then honey has antimicrobial and antiviral properties, which can help fight off infections. They can both help with some cardiovascular health. They've been known for digestive health, anti-aging, allergies. Honey can really help, especially if it's local. So those are all really good benefits. If you wanted to take it every day, you absolutely could. It's not going to hurt you to do that. So let us show you how we mix it. Also, I'm using, just so you know, peeled garlic and stuff will go to my chicken. It's good for them too, and I'm just going to mix it up in their food. So trying to make sure nothing goes to waste. So if you have chicken, so that's a really good option for you too.
I'm a firefighter.
Okay, so Emily's helping me make mine. I'm glad you said that about burping because I did not know.
Okay, so we have 2 jars because both of our homes are in need of new batches. So we're going to go ahead and split this in half and get this rolling. So we're going to start by putting a couple handfuls of garlic in our jar.
I'm like, actually, how does it taste?
I swear by this. My husband jokes that it's witchy.
We're a little witchy.
I don't really care.
Little witchy, little hippie.
I don't care as long as it works, and I'm happy to do that. So we have our garlic in our jars. What we're going to do is we're going to take our local honey that we have that is raw. Note, does not have to be local. However, that is a better option. What you're going to do now is you're going to cover your garlic with this. It's going to take more honey than you think. I'll share mine with you. You're going to cover all of it.
This makes me want hot tea.
At this point in time, you can take a spoon or a knife and just stir it around a little bit. Make sure that you get the honey all around to cover the garlic completely. The other thing I want to note, make sure you don't fill your jar up all the way. You need to give it some room so it has room for the air to go out and during the fermentation process, because otherwise if you fill it too full, it will absolutely explode. It's covered. Put some more in mine. You need more in yours?
Maybe a tad, a smidgen.
Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to make sure that we have all the garlic covered, and you're going to cap it. Like I said, you don't have to have a jar like this one. I just prefer this. I think it's a lot easier for the burping process. What you're going to do, I have a little sticker on here that I like to put the date on just so I know when it was made. I personally, after it's fermented and gone through the entire process to where it's very liquidy, I personally think it's better in the fridge. I think it tastes a little bit better. I've had friends that say they mix it with orange juice or milk or whatever.
I've heard of people doing it in their coffee.
That's true. In their coffee too. You could probably mix it into tea. However you want to do it. As long as you get it down, I just take a tablespoon and I take a tablespoon of it. It doesn't taste great fresh first thing in the morning after you brush your teeth, mixing it with toothpaste. However,
Beauty is pain.
Beauty is pain sometimes. I would rather do this than have to take a medication that has side effects. Personally, you do you. Whatever works for you and your family, whatever your beliefs are, that's perfectly fine. However, I would just much rather take something that's, I know is perfectly fine. It's in barbecue rubs and everything else. Like, I just go for that. So what you can do, you don't have to, but what you can do is you can also eat this garlic that's been in here and fermented. I know Allie's face is mind blown right now.
Wait, we should do it.
Okay.
Oh, this is the completed one. These are the ones that are, you know, cooking. So let us know if you try it and what you think.
Okay, just remember, you need to burp it daily. It usually takes 1 to 2 weeks to finish fermenting. You're gonna see the little bubbles on the corner of the jar. Whenever it comes time to burp it, pop the top. If you have a screw top, take it off, stir it around. Just make sure that you use a clean spoon, a clean knife, clean spatula, whatever you're stirring it with, just make sure it's clean. You wanna make sure that you're not introducing any bacteria into the jar. What I have done before, if the outside of my jar gets nasty, I'll just wipe it off really well. I'll pour it into a new jar and just start it with a new jar that's clean. Make sure you date it too. I think that's it. happy holistic.
Let's have you try it.
Yes. Bye.